Viewers and listeners, we are live. This is Big Law Lawrence Johnson here with Southern City Shop Talk Sports Show. And I can tell you here at the JPJ, give you guys a little bit of a view. It's closing out. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but the stadium's closing out. UVA with a huge win, and I mean a colossal win against University of North Carolina State Wolfpack. A really good basketball team who I felt had a had a chance to come in and upset the Wahoos. But I think because of the way these Wahoos are playing, they played a few games, quite a few games that were grinders, and it was only a matter of time, in my opinion, that the Wahoos would get one of these kind of games. They haven't blown anybody out in a while. This was it. This is what a lot of the fans have been wanting and waiting, what they've been waiting for. Now, this is what I'm going to say about this. Hopefully, we haven't peaked yet. And what I mean by that is we may have played one of our best, if not one of our best, the best basketball game of the year against a high quad point opponent, a quad one win against a really good program, and we beat them by 29, almost 30 points. The difference is this: they got Duke on Saturday, and it's at Duke. It's high noon, and it's going to be a game that I feel is going to be for all the marbles in the ACC. But what else can you say about Coach? What else can you say about Coach Odom and what he's done with this team? You can't sit here and tell me you thought that this team would get to 25 wins. All my viewers and listeners out there in the chat, make sure you throw in some messages there. I'll correspond with you as well. But give me your opinion and what you think this team has got going on. Usually I would be doing a show tonight, but because I was kind of close to the grounds, I covered this game. So right off the bat, I wanted to get here. Got here a little late because of traffic. But when you're winning 23, 24, 25 games and you still got the tournament coming up, what do you expect? You're going to get a packed house. And it's been a packed house, as it always is here in the JPJ. And I tell you what, the Cavalier faithful showed up, and the loudest, and I'm talking about the loudest it was is when at the end of the game, and we had free bacon on the line, and one of the players at the University of North Carolina State missed the free throw. You have to miss 2 free throws, and the whole stadium gets bacon, courtesy of Smithfield Foods. And I can tell you, everybody went absolutely bananas in this building. It was as loud as I've heard it in the past 3-4 years. Also, got to give a quick shout out to all my folks in the press and the media here. We're all just, kicking it, holding it together. Not a lot of us are kind of taken aback, by this team winning so many games already. You're looking at a squad that, at the beginning of the year, no one knew what you were getting. Not only that, it was a hodgepodge of talent from all over the United States coming to one place. We had one kid from Toledo, one kid from the West Coast, 2 kids from the West Coast, Sam Lewis and Jakari White, and also, Sam Lewis is from the Midwest, or from Toledo. But Malik Thomas from the West Coast, from San Francisco. You got 2 kids from Germany, 2 kids from Europe coming in. And of course, you have one hometown kid who is pretty much the hero, in my opinion, of this team. The young superhero is kind of like the glue. But then I say glue, I think about Dallin Hall, a kid from BYU, from the mountains, the Rocky Mountains, the Rocky Mountains of the United States, out of from BYU, coming in and being more of the glue. And this squad, dare I say, is dangerous. I'm not going to say this team is, I'm not going to use the words championship. This is the last time I'll say that word. But you think about the way the team played when they in 2019, the way this team is playing now, they're winning gritty games, they're winning tough games, and they're blowing teams out. And this is a quality team to blow out. That's one thing that I had to reiterate. Is this was a team that I feel is going to do some special things. They've already done special things. Coach Odom, with this 25th win, in my opinion, I feel like he wrapped up ACC Coach of the Year and is in the running for the Naismith Coach of the Year for the whole nation. Now, this Saturday, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but this could have been a trap game. This was set up to be a game that UVA possibly could look forward and lose. Right now, UVA in one poll is ranked 11th, in another poll they're ranked 12th. I feel like they, in my opinion, I feel like they're underranked. I think they should be a little bit higher in their rankings, but you know what? They're a little bit under the radar at number 11 and number 12 in the two different rankings. And I think that they play it really well. They are beating teams in all different kinds of ways, and that's what you want. You don't want a team that, number one, is living by the three, dying by the three, right? Even though they do have a little bit of dying by the three mentality, but beating NC State by 29 points. I don't know when's the last time UVA really put a beat down on NC State like this. UVA shot 53% from 42, I think 46% from three, and 88% from the foul line. Now, when you shoot like that, you're not going to lose many games, especially when the fact that you also are rebounding the ball. And I got to give a shout out to the big men in the middle. I'm talking about Johan Grunlow and Oyenso. Oyenso blocked, I think, 4 or 5 balls. I think it's a solid 4, which that's a lot of blocks in a game. But not to be outdone by Johan Grunlow, who I believe had 6, possibly 7 blocks tonight. When it's all tallied up, we'll should be able to see what the numbers were, but it was in the realm of 12 blocks. Maybe he had 8 blocks, 8 blocks. How about that, y'all? I'm just thinking that, we're looking at a team who's very special, got some really good things going on right now. Nobody thought this was going to be the outcome of this year. Remember, we're just coming off of a bad year, tough year with Coach Sanchez, and then every player that was on this roster, remember, they went away. They left. Only one player stayed, and I think he stayed, number one, because he was injured, and shout out to Elijah Gertrude. He had an incredible slam. Probably going to be on Sports Center tonight. If you watch it, it'll be a top 10, because he really slammed on somebody, dunked on somebody, and put somebody on a poster. But UVA, man, I want to say we had 6 guys in double figures, and but I think what really set the tempo was the shot blocking. I think we had a total of 12, if not 13, 14 shots blocked tonight, and it really made NC State apprehensive, to try to take the ball up. You think about it, if you block 12, 13 shots in the game, how many shots did they change? How many shots did they adjust where people had to go around and shot a bad shot because they were in their face? I really love what they're doing here. Yeah, they can shoot the 3. What's going on, James, my guy in the chat? He says Odom has done the impossible. Yeah, props to the athletic director, Carla Williams. Yes, and the whole squad, amongst the best in the country for sure. Also, quick shout out to the ladies dive and swim team, another championship. What do we got to say about them? Always excellence. Again, great job for the swim team. If my sound is pretty good, James, give me a thumbs up while you're still there. But yeah, all you viewers and listeners, thank you for tuning in. I mean, I'm just having a chat here in the JPJ, just talking about this UVA squad. I mean, it's amazing to watch them play. Um, I love the versatility of this team. You think, if a player is off for two, some teams you get, main players. Thank you, Lavelle. Thanks, cousin, for tuning in. That's my barber right there, Lavelle Wilder. What you get here is a team that, if somebody's off, you really have an opportunity for someone else to step up, and everyone else has been stepping up. You know, UVA scoring 90 points. We've been saying it all year. UVA's averaging almost 80 points a game. 70 plus points a game. They have that in the bag, and it's something that we haven't really seen here on these grounds here in a long time. But I really love this exciting brand of basketball that University of Virginia is playing right now. They go 10 deep. I mean, a true 10 deep. What's up, Herman? How you doing, man? Yeah, it's an amazing year. That's right. And go Who's. That's right. Yeah, but 10 players deep. If you're going 10 players deep, one of my guys over there in the press, Chris Graham, even said it. The tongues are wagging out for the other team. You bring in five, or you do a combination of five at a time, or three or four at a time. But overall, you got 10 guys cycling in and out of the game, and they're just running teams ragged. And I think this was the case of it as well. Next game, of course, is against Wake Forest at home anyway, at 7 p.m., which is I think next Tuesday. But big game this Friday. What's going on, E? Thank you for tuning in, brother. But yeah, we got another one. We got the Duke game. Let's prepare. Let's sit down, get ready, because it's going to be a war, and this is going to be probably for all the marbles as well. But I tell you what, I got to thank all of you for tuning in and hanging out. But as of now, I got to go. This shop is closed. Got to get out of this stadium. Tune in. I try to do a show Thursday with my team, and we're going to see how everything is shaking with the rest of this season. We got 3 more games, and we got the last game against Tech. We got Wake Forest, and then you got Duke Saturday. So tournament's on the way. Stay tight, and let's get it going. Wahoo Wah, 7 City Shop Talk. This shop is closed. Bye-bye.